recently po kasi sa TikTok, ang algorithm po lumalabas po yung line po ninyo na saging lang may puso. Ano po masasabi niyo, sir? Napapanood po siya ulit, sir. Nabuhay ulit, sir.
Parang nakalimutan ko na hawata. But to be honest, when we were shooting that, yung sinushoot namin yung eksena yun, ayokong siyang gawin eh. Actually, last day na nga namin yata sinute yun. Kasi nahihiya ako. But anyway, as being an actor, being professional, syempre I have to do it. That's my job. So, I think nag-trending yata. Even before, nag-trending siya dati. Pero hindi pa ganyan ka full blow ng social media during that time. I think on YouTube pa lang siya noong mga time na yan eh. Hindi naman Friendster, may Facebook. Bata-bata pa naman ako eh. So may Facebook na. So yun, happy part na nakakapagpasaya ako sa tao kasi tumatawa sila when they see it. But it was an iconic line and it was even ang tawag dito, hiniram pa sa akin. They even asked permission to borrow it for some of the sitcoms yata na ginamit. So, blessing din in another way. Salamat po dun sa pagkakataon na yun at tumatak yun. So, at least there's something on the other side na makikita. But, let's go kung alam nyo lang nung sinushoot talaga namin yun. Sa harap pa siya na simbahan.
Sir, one last naman din for me. Yun nga po, recently din nakita, lumabas po kayo sa Batang Quiapo. How was it working na din po with Coco Martin? And then may mga upcoming offer po to do an action teleserye.
Yes, actually during my break in 2015 up to 2021, we were invited by Direk Coco to join Provinciano during that time. So by that time nag-Provinciano muna kami. Kaming dalawa ng tatay ko. So si Senator Lapid. And then itong huli, we were also asked if we can join Batang Quiapo. So which we did na naman. And then now I was asked by Direk Coco to join Sigabo also. So nakapag-taping na rin naman kami for Sigabo, which is I think airing on June 22. So medyo paspasan din yung taping nila. So ayun, so now kasama rin ako sa Sigabo for this upcoming June 2020 new series ni Coco Martin.
Congrats. Mami ulit ako. So next po.
Yes ma'am.
Since nalalapit na po yung Father's Day, gusto ko na rin malaman, how is your relationship with your father?
Okay naman. It's a normal, typical father-son relationship. But we're more, kanina kasama ko lang siya. So, we're trying to discuss current situations na nangyayari. And trying to update him also what are the feedbacks and the consensus of majority of what's happening. So, for his information and knowledge also. Pero it's a normal father and son relationship. Magtatay kami. Kasi, yun naman siya naman yung model ko di ba? So, siya yung tinitignan ko lagi. Kasi, of course, lahat nung batikos sa kanya, hindi siya nag-aral, hindi nag-English, hindi nagsasalta. Chairman daw siya ng Committee on Silent, di ba? So, of course, those things are, tumatagos din sa amin. So, but it's part of his job and we understand that as kami rin, ako as a politician din, so it's part of our job, kasama yan, but of course as a son. So, ang lagi naman niyang binabanggit sa akin is, sa aming magkakapatid is, so we already know kung ano yung pagkukulang, ano yung mga kailangan, ano yung dapat. So, baka on our end, through us as our tatay, tatay namin bilang magulang namin, so through pagsusumikap niya, so maiayos namin, mapunuan namin yung kanyang pagkukulang, which I think we did naman. That's why nung gumraduate ako noong 2024 on my doctoral degree sa Pamantasan Lungsod ng Manila, so I told him na regalo ko to sa iyo. This is my gift to you as as you ask us. Kasi di ba sinasabi nga nila kung meron man daw pwedeng ipamana. Sinasabi niya sa akin yun lagi. So kung meron man akong pwedeng ipamana sa iyo na hindi pwedeng kunin ng ibang tao sa iyo, yan yung edukasyon mo. Ang lupa pwedeng kunin yan, ang kotse, ang damit, lahat, bahay pwedeng kunin lahat yan except yung edukasyon mo tsaka yung moral values mo, di ba? So I was asking him baka pwede niyang i-file yung pagbabalik ng GMRC ulit sa mga local kasi parang nawala na yon but we're in the generation na I think it will strengthen the core values of tayong mga Pilipino, di ba? So tayo laging tinitignan kung anong grade mo dun sa GMRC, di ba? Hindi ka mataas sa ibang academics ano mo, but yung GMRC mo titignan because that's your moral standard, that describes you as a person kung sino ka ba. So I think yun yung isa sa gusto niyang i-file na bill ulit na maibalik talaga sa part of the curriculum ng mga estudyante, especially now na we all know na with the social media minsan, di ba, yung accessibility is very open, so medyo kailangan din magabayan yung mga kabataan po natin yan. And for me myself as a father also, may anak din ako, so those are the things na binabantayan ko rin, making sure na yung mga anak ko magabayan ko, but of course not by not restricting them or depriving them of the privilege na what they have now, because I was telling them during when I was young, I only have 5 channels to choose. Yung TV iniikot pa, di ba?
Yes.
So my time to watch only, yung oras ng panonood ko is I think 5 to 6 lang, which is yun yung anime time. Nalala mo doon lumalabas yung Voltes 5, yung Voltron, doon lang between that time. Kasi yun yung pag-uwi mo ng eskwelahan, di ba? So yung 5 to 6 doon ka lang manonood. Kasi pag apak ng 6, news na, sila na. Di ba? After ng 6, basketball na, PBA na. So after ng basketball, matulog ka na kasi may pasok ka pa bukas. So yun lang ang time na pwedeng manood. So you only own one channel, depende kung anong anime o cartoons ang gusto mong palabasin. Whether batibot mo yan ng dating time na yan, di ba, mga pinapanood. So yun. So now, syempre they're very fortunate, ang daming access, everything. But of course, kailangan pa rin silang gabayan para sa future na maganda. Hindi naman pwedeng too much liberated din sila kasi mahihirapan sila sa adjustment.
One of the busiest names right now, no, the government, isa kayo doon in a good way, no. Considering also your many accomplishments, no, paano nyo nababalance yung role ninyo ngayon sa government, yung role ninyo as a family man, and then showbiz pa kayo?
At dati nga kasama pa yung nag-aaral pa ako ng doctoral eh.
Ayan,
I mean,
yeah.
sometimes I don't know how I was able to manage at the same time, pero I think siguro just giving up, setting up priorities, and of course nagpapasalamat ako sa pamilya ko because they're part of yung sacrifice na binibigay nila, because the time na kailangan hindi ko lahat may bigay din sa kanila sa family, kasi they also, buti na lang Tanya is also, my wife Tanya is also coming from the same industry, entertainment industry, so I don't have to explain yung nitty-gritty ng trabaho namin, di ba? Kung bakit ako umuwi ng madaling araw, bakit ang tagal ko bago ako makauwi. So she fully understand, fully support, kasi alam niya yung trabaho. We're both in that industry. Alam niya, doon din siya nakilala, naging reyna rin siya ng teleserye during her time. So yun, malaking tulong po talaga yun for helping, and we always complement ang trabaho namin as mag-asawa. So dahil lagi ako nagtatrabaho, lagi ako wala, so siya naman ang bantay sa mga bata, siya ang timon. That's why ilaw ng tahanan, di ba? So ayun po, I think it's more on balance lang, hindi pwedeng sumobra sa isang bagay. Pero kung merong mang nawala sa akin is, I think yung attending socials, yun, wala na talaga yun. Because I don't have that luxury na makapag-socials pa.
Yun nga po, wala na kayong me time?
Wala. Pero hindi ko naman nahanap, kasi rather than going out and having socials, I would rather spend it with my family and rest dun sa bahay namin, di ba? To have time and talk with my kids. In my age, pinagdaanan ko na rin naman yung socials nung bata-bata ako, nung binata ako. So okay na ako doon. Wala na akong gusto pang ma-achieve dun sa mga pagdating sa socials. Of course, I miss yung mga, ano ba, may mga invitation ng mga birthday, mga kaibigan, mga ganito, di ba? It's all part. So, but unfortunately, hindi ko na magawa yun because sobrang load ng trabaho. So, but in other way, at least nagpapasalamat pa rin ako. It's better than that kaysa sa wala akong trabaho. Di ba? At least may trabaho ko na ginagampanan. So, may pinapakain ako sa pamilya ko. That's the most important thing for me.
Any challenges po, I mean, hardest thing po about your role right now? Or was there ever a chance na you need to sacrifice one thing, family, as against your role in the government, or role in the government as against your...
For the schedule naman, kasi I think ang nasasakripisyo ko talaga is yung pamilya ko. But yung nga yung sinabi ko, it takes two to tango, di ba? Kaya nga nandyan yung asawa ko, help me explain dun sa mga anak namin. At of course yung anak ko 18 years old na ngayon, so first year college na rin, so nakakaintindi na rin, medyo matured na rin. So my second is already magsi-senior high na. So pinagtutulong-tulungan na lang namin yung bunso, na yun yung makulit na wala pang naiintindihan. Okay naman, kasi complementary naman yung give and take ng situation, but mahirap kasi sometimes nasa gobyerno ko pero ang role ko sa Batang Quiapo, snatcher ako.
Yes!
Di ba? It's so hard. Mahirap talaga. Pero I mean, trabaho yun. You have to separate yung two things na yun. And then, siyempre, pag uwi mo, tatanungin ka ng bunsong anak mo, ano ka ba talaga? Taga-gobyerno ka? Taga-ano ka? That's part of the... At least meron kaming pinag-uusapan pag kumakain kami. So, here's the funny thing. But syempre, sometimes, pag may mga lines na offensive sa government, I try to contest it to the writer na baka pwedeng i-tweak natin. Kasi hindi siya appropriate for me. Although I'm an actor here, but of course I also have another hat na I'm representing the government. I work in the government. So medyo ito tweak lang namin. Not too much, hindi masyadong offensive. Kasi nga magnanakaw kami doon eh. So kami kumbaga ang role namin na walang gobyerno doon. Ang importante sa amin, gobyerno lang sa amin is yung maalam na namin yung tiyan namin sa pang-araw-araw, di ba? Survival. So yun. Mahirap din.